So today I have with me Benedict Musola. Benedict is a member of Hazelmere Church and is also the chaplain at Wycombe Wanderers Football Club. So Benedict, thank you for joining us this morning. Like many people around here, my family and I have become big fans of Wycombe, and huge excitement over the summer as they were promoted to the Championship. And I'm also really excited to hear about some of the things that God is doing in the club and that you're seeing. So do you want to just introduce to people who haven't met you before a little bit about yourself and the role that you play?
Yeah, thank you, Dave, for this invite. It's good to be able to spend this time with you. Yes, my name is Benedict, and I'm the chaplain at Wycombe Wanderers, a role which I've held now for the past 6 years. So I'm married, and we're blessed with 2 children. Baraka is 14 and Zawadi is 12. Yes, so my role at Wycombe Wanderers, it's a volunteer role. And so I do that once a week on a Friday. The other 4 days, I'm involved in pastoral support work within children's social services, yeah.
Wow, and I know you've told me that you went to Children's Social Services when this opportunity came up and negotiated for doing longer days. So you do your job in 4 days a week, and that frees you up on a Friday to go into the club. Can you give us an idea of what do you do when you go in on a training day on a Friday and you're sort of with the staff and the players?
Yes, so in chaplaincy, we speak about it being a ministry of presence. So essentially, it's about being present and being available to the staff, to the players. So that's what I do every Friday between 9 and about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, once I rock up at the training ground, it's about just connecting with people. It's about having conversations, listening to people, being a shoulder to cry on, being a supportive hand, being there to support, to encourage, just to form trusting relationships is essentially what it's all about. Now, as you would imagine, those conversations throw up all sorts of issues that we've got to pick up, and yeah.
Wow, and I know you've said whether it's conversations in the canteen over lunch or in the physio room, you see God at work in those conversations. And we have, as you know, Jason and Zara McCarthy and little George, who are much loved members of our church family here, and we've seen some of the amazing things that God's done in their lives. But can you give us a flavour of what sort of things have you seen God doing through your work at the club?
Yeah, I mean, God has been amazing, and I share this as a testimony to God's goodness and all that God has done. We've seen the Christian witness and presence. Now it's firmly established in the club. So the place of faith is solid. There are no questions about it. We've seen players come to faith. So you mentioned Jason and family members as well. We've seen the establishment of a players' Bible study on a Thursday every week. Typically on every match day, we will pray on the pitch before the game. We've established a Wycombe Wanderers prayer group in the town, and members from your church are welcome to join that if they want. So we're just seeing God do some amazing things. We've been able to link the club with One Can Trust. So on a match day, we collect food donations for One Can Trust. We've held carols at the stadium. So yeah, God has just been doing many things. Yeah.
It's so exciting for me to see how it really feels as if things are changing, lives are changing through the club and what the Lord's doing there. So you mentioned the prayer group as something that our church members could get involved in if they want to pray for this. What are there any other things that we can do as a church to support you in your work and to bless the football club?
Yes, just pray for God's presence. Pray for me, obviously. Yeah, we just want to see God's presence, because if God is there, then things will happen.
Well, Benedict, we will pray. Thank you for coming to share with us what's happening. We look forward to all that God has in store, and I'm sure we'll hear more stories in the future. But thank you for coming to spend this time with us and share what's happening.
Thank you for the invite.